So shout out to Honor for sending this out to me. This is not sponsored at all, opinions are my own as always, and I will be doing a full review of this phone, so make sure to subscribe for that. But straight away, I have to comment on the sheer size of this box. The iPhone Pros and now even the Samsung Galaxy Ultras come in the tiniest, thinnest, most pathetic of boxes. Honor's approach here is clearly, you're paying top money, this should be an event, which I appreciate. By the way, this phone is top money. It will start at 1,500 euros when it's released in Europe, so buying this will also be a special financial event. So straight away, front and center is the phone itself. You can see through the wrap a pretty massive camera module lurking underneath. We're definitely going to talk about that and give it a shot or two, but let's just put the phone to the side for the moment and see what other things Honor have included in the box. And right away, we have a rare moment in 2021. We actually have included some headphones, which, you know, even if they're not the best, it's just nice to have that included for a phone that costs this much money. No doubt I'll be grabbing them just to make some video calls when I can't find my main headphones, but it's a nice gesture. So next up is the 66-watt power brick, which will match whatever color the phone comes in. There are two options for the Magic 3 Pro Plus, ceramic white and gloss black. I think you can guess which one I've got, and of course a matching charging cable that is USB-C-A to USB-C, which I can't really complain about, but I'm going to anyway. This should be double-ended USB-C in 2021 in my opinion. There you go, that was an incredibly quick rant, but I think justified. Please back me up in the comments. This phone also comes with a free case. This looks like an ultra thin one, which is good because this is already a really big phone, and any more of a size increase, things might become difficult. This is a really thin case, but it will leave some parts of the phone exposed, but it looks pretty cool, and sometimes that's more important. And at the top, we have a blacked out card with the Honor logo, which again, it's all about the cool factor. It's black and it's integrated into the box like you're a spy or something. In reality, it's a special premium customer service card, which for the price of this phone, yes, I will take. Well, there is no denying this looks the part. In fact, I'll probably make a guess and say this is the most expensive phone I will be holding this year. And it'll probably be one of the most premium feeling devices I will hold this year. Holding the Pro Plus in the hand, you can sense that the build quality, design and materials are the best. It kind of feels indestructible, beautiful, and at the same time, it's got a real weight to it. Like if you hit someone with this, they are going down. In Honor's marketing hype, they claim the back surface is harder than a diamond and as mild as jade. We'll see about that. No, I'm joking. It's too pretty to hit like that. Although if this video does somehow get 1 million views, then sure, I'll hammer this thing till either me or the phone breaks, and perhaps subscribing to the channel would be good. I'm not threatening anyone. The phone is also IP68 dust and water resistant, so you can make TikToks in the shower with even more confidence. It also has 3 microphones, an infrared laser, dual stereo speakers and a dual SIM card slot, and a USB-C port at the bottom. Welcome to the world's most expensive air conditioning controller. The screen is huge. 6.76 inches with a resolution of 1344 by 2772, a 120Hz refresh rate, and a 94.9 screen to body ratio. And that screen is indeed part of the body. The curve is so strong, I feel my finger may drop off the edge and die. There is no denying it looks cool. I'll check for accidental touches and report back in my full review. At the top there is a double camera cutout which houses the ultra-wide, and next to that you have your biometric 3D face unlock. The display glass itself uses nanotech and is supposed to be 3 times stronger than Honor's previous best. Where's my hammer? Okay, so before we talk about the elephant in the room, let's quickly go over the rest of this phone's specs. On board we have 512 gigabytes of storage, which is more storage than my computer, 12 gigabytes of RAM, a Snapdragon 888 Plus, obviously, this is the Magic 3 Pro Plus. They could not get the Plus chip. Then a 4,600 milliamp hour battery, 66 watt fast wired charging, and 50 watt wireless charging. That's pretty maxed out. I should also mention that the global version of the Magic 3 Pro Plus, as well as the Magic 3 and the Magic 3 Pro, will come with Google Play services pre-installed, which hasn't been the case in recent years because of Honor's owners being Huawei. That has since changed, so there will be no compatibility issues with any apps when these phones ship, which should be very soon. So now let's dive into, quite frankly, this ridiculous hardware-heavy camera setup. So let's have a tour of this completely subtle hexagon cutout. The main sensor is 50 megapixels with an aperture of f1.9. The sensor it's using is the Sony IMX700, so an upgrade over the Magic 3 and the Magic 3 Pro. Then we have an 8x8 laser focusing sensor that's supposed to provide a greater depth of field and provide more accuracy at nighttime. On the top left, we have the periscopic telephoto camera, which is 64 megapixels with an aperture of f3.5, 3.5x optical zoom, and 10 times hybrid zoom with OIS. This apparently is the highest resolution zoom lens ever on a phone, so we'll certainly see about that. Next is the 64 megapixel ultra wide angle with autofocus and an aperture of f2.4, a massive 126 degree field of view, and it can double as a macro lens, which is way better than just adding a dedicated macro lens. Then at the bottom, the flash, which has a built-in flicker sensor to reduce flicker during filming. And finally, in the middle, a black and white camera that is 64 megapixels with an aperture of f1.8, which kind of feels just not that relevant to most people. My initial impressions of the camera is that the pictures from the main sensor have a surprisingly natural neutral tone, which I personally really appreciate. You can obviously add a boost of color using the AI mode, but personally I prefer it off. There is a good amount of detail and sharpness in most photos, but in others I did notice some over smoothing. I would love to get into some of the details about these pictures, but this video will go on forever if I do. But what I will say is that, interestingly enough, I'm of the opinion at the moment that the nighttime performance is really, really good, especially when it comes to dynamic range and details. The daytime performance didn't blow me away as much, but I need more time to shoot a range of different scenes. The one negative so far is that the telephoto lens is not as detailed as I was expecting at 3.5 optical zoom. I do expect all these cameras to be updated several times in the next month, and I will keep you up to date for that. But right now, these samples should give you some indication of the quality of these cameras, which by the looks of it is pretty good. Also, I'd like to quickly show you a bit of footage shot in 4K in the Pro Plus's movie mode, which shoots in that cool 21:9 aspect ratio, but also comes with its own built-in Pro Movie LUTs, which genuinely look great. This is the normal classic LUT, but if we switch to dazzling, you can see the shift in color tone, highlights, and lighting, and it just looks awesome. So I'm going to do a dedicated camera review and a full review in the future, so make sure to subscribe for that, because this is a really interesting piece of tech. I didn't have time to get into all the other special features this phone has, and if there is anything you would like to know about this phone, or there is anything you would like me to test, then drop a comment down below, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.